Let me ask you something. How many of you have ever finished a deadlift session and thought, wow, my lower back is absolutely destroyed? Yeah, I've been there too. And here's the truth that might hurt if your back is screaming after deadlifts. You're not building strength. You're building an injury. But here's the good news. By the end of this video, you're going to deadlift pain-free, stronger than ever, and actually feel your glutes and hamstrings doing the work. Today, we're breaking down the deadlift from the ground up, and trust me, your spine is going to thank you. Now, let me ask you something. When you set up for a deadlift, what's the first thing you do? Most people just walk up to the bar, grab it, and yank it off the floor like they're starting a lawnmower. And that's the problem right there. Here's the thing. The deadlift is one of the most technical lifts you can do. It's not just pick up heavy weight and put it down. It's a full-body symphony that requires your hips, your core, your lats, and your legs to work together in perfect harmony. And when you get it wrong, you're not just missing out on gains, you're putting your spine in a very dangerous position. So before we dive into the exact setup, let's talk about the 3 most common mistakes that people make every single day. Mistake number 1, the rounded back. This is the big one. You see it everywhere. Someone sets up with their back completely rounded like a scared cat, and they just yank the weight up. When you round your back, especially your lower back, you're putting all that force on your spinal discs instead of your glutes and hamstrings. And your discs? They're not designed for that kind of sheer force. It's like bending a plastic ruler until it snaps eventually. Something's going to give. Mistake number 2, the squat deadlift. You know the one. You set up with your hips way too low, almost like you're about to squat. Your knees are pushed way forward, and when you pull, the bar has to travel around your knees instead of going straight up. This turns your deadlift into a squat, and it completely takes your hamstrings out of the movement. You're making it way harder than it needs to be. Mistake number 3, jerking the bar. You see this all the time, people trying to explode off the floor by yanking the bar as fast as possible. All this does is create slack in your arms, jerk your spine, and make the lift feel twice as heavy. The deadlift isn't about speed, it's about tension. If you lose tension, you lose power. Now that you know what not to do, let's fix this once and for all. We're going to build this from the ground up, literally. I want you to imagine you're building a skyscraper. You don't start with the top floors, you start with the foundation. And in the deadlift, your foundation is your feet. The foot position, first, step up to the bar so it's directly over the middle of your feet, not your toes, not your heels. Right in the middle. Your feet should be hip-width apart. Here's the trick, you want your shins to be about 1 inch away from the bar. If you're too close or too far away, the bar won't travel in a straight line. The grip. Now, here's your first lightbulb moment. When you bend down to grab the bar, do not squat down. Instead, push your hips back like you're closing a car door with your butt. Reach down and grab the bar with your hands shoulder width apart. Your arms should be completely vertical. Think of them like 2 ropes hanging straight down. The hip height, this is where it all changes. Your hips should be higher than your knees, but lower than your shoulders. Think of it like a hinge position. If your hips are too low, you're squatting. If they're too high, you're doing a stiff-legged deadlift, which puts all the stress on your back. The perfect hip height is where your hamstrings and glutes feel loaded, like a spring about to release. The core brace, this might be the most important step. Take a deep breath into your belly, not your chest. Brace your core like you're about to get punched in the stomach. This creates intra-abdominal pressure that literally protects your spine from the inside. It's like putting an airbag around your lumbar spine. The lat engagement, this is the secret weapon most people miss. Before you even think about pulling, you need to engage your lats. Imagine you're trying to squeeze oranges in your armpits. This pulls the bar toward your shins and locks your back into a perfect, neutral position. If your lats are turned off, the bar drifts forward, and suddenly your lower back is doing all the work. The pull. Now, here's the big reveal. Do not yank the bar. Instead, think of it as a push, not a pull. You're not pulling the bar up, you're pushing the floor away from you with your feet. Drive through your whole foot. Keep your chest up, and let your hips drive forward as the bar passes your knees. Let's add one more layer of precision, because you know what separates good deadlifts from great deadlifts: the details. The bar path. Here's a golden rule. The bar should travel in a completely straight line from the floor to lockout. Think of it like a train on a track. You don't want it moving forward or backward. If you watch someone with perfect form, the bar almost scrapes their shins on the way up. It's that close. The lockout, at the top of the lift, squeeze your glutes as hard as you can. Imagine you're trying to crack a walnut between your butt cheeks. But here's the warning, don't lean back. You see people doing this leaning back thing at the top like they are showing off. All that does is put unnecessary stress on your lumbar spine. Stop at neutral. Stand tall, chest proud, and that's lockout. The descent. Most people forget about the descent entirely. They drop the bar and let it crash down, or they round their back on the way down. Here's the rule on the way down. Hinge at the hips first. Push your butt back. Let the bar slide down your thighs and keep your back flat. If you can't control the descent, you're not ready for that weight. The advanced setup. For those of you who want to take it to the next level, here's a pro tip. Set your body in position, take all the slack out of the bar, and then pull your chest up toward the ceiling. Not your head, your chest. This automatically engages your lats, locks your spine, and loads your hamstrings like never before. If you do this, I promise you'll feel the difference immediately. Let's quickly recap everything we've covered. The proper deadlift. Setup. Bar over midfoot, feet hip width, shins 1 inch away. Hinge. Push hips back, grip bar with straight arms. Brace, deep breath, core tight, lats engaged. Pull, push through the floor, drive hips forward, bar stays straight. Lockout, squeeze glutes at the top, stand tall, no leaning back. Descent, hinge hips back, control the bar down, keep back flat. Now, here's the question I know you're thinking, how do I know if I'm doing it right? Here's your test. After every rep, ask yourself, did my back stay flat? Did the bar travel in a straight line? Did I feel it in my glutes and hamstrings? If you answered yes to all 3, you're golden. Alright, here's your challenge. Right now, stand up and try just 10 perfect deadlifts with no weight, just your body. Focus on the hinge, the bracing, the hip drive. Don't rush, don't bounce. Just control every single rep. Then, and this is the key, the next time you walk up to a barbell, do 1 rep with just the bar, focusing on perfect form. I don't care if you're deadlifting 100 kilos or just the bar, form always comes first. If you're compromising your technique, drop the load. Your body will thank you for the patience. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this helpful, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more form breakdowns. Let me know in the comments which deadlift mistake are you finally going to fix. I'll see you in the next one. Keep lifting strong and keep your back safe.